So we made it on the plane.
To go.
What do you have to say?
Reese, what do you have to say?
Fresh.
I have some fish.
All right, so traveling with kids can definitely be hard. So here's a few tips we've kind of learned.
Hey guys, Adrienne here. So we just took our whole family on a trip to Denver, Colorado, and we thought that now would be a good time to share some tips. Now that we've traveled with 2 babies, not just one, we thought we would share what works best for us. So if you guys have a trip coming up, or have had maybe some unfortunate trip experiences in the past, maybe we can help you out.
All right.
I'm already tired. We got so much stuff.
So much stuff.
Just need to check my car seat.
Up, up, up.
All right, so my first tip is to give yourself time. So I always feel comfortable with 2 hours at the airport before our flight. You don't necessarily need that much time, but we like to give ourselves a cushion just in case, long security, long line to check your bags, or just a blowout or a meltdown. So tip number 2 is to pack light, but pack extra. I know that those things sound like they contradict each other, but I'm saying to pack light where you can. So you're gonna pack light in things like shoes or clothes for your husband, clothes for you, those kinds of things. You know exactly what you need. You're not gonna have a blowout in your pants, so you're gonna have to pack extra for you. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Lou is just chilling hard. Reese is eating a banana. Reese, say
So
hi.
once all the car seats are checked, traveling is what?
A lot later. So it's just
getting
getting from the car
car.
to the check-in.
So for Reese, we were packing extra shorts, packing extra undies, just in case he had an accident. For Lewis, we're packing extra diapers, extra outfits, those kinds of things. If you're like me, this has been 2 trips now that we've almost run out of wipes. Like literally, you're trying to wipe a poopy butt with just 1 wipe because you know you only have 2 left for the rest of the trip. So pack extra wipes. What I like to do is I like to open up a fresh pack and stick it in the diaper bag when we're like on our way to the airport. So then I have a whole pack for the trip. It depends on how long you're gonna be gone. But for 2 boys, a whole pack will be fine for a weekend. Like there's no way we would use that on the weekend. But this time I forgot, so we almost ran out again. So always pack extra wipes, or at least pack a fresh new box of wipes. All right, so number 3 is to feed your baby on the way up and on the way down. So takeoff and landing are gonna be the parts where you have the most popping in their ears, and babies can't pop their ears. If they're sucking on something like nursing or having a bottle, that can help them pop their ears. And so pro tip is to, right as you're starting to take off, pop that baby on your boob, give them a bottle, whatever. We even gave Reese like a little sippy cup of water. So we were kind of screwed over on the way home from Denver because they made us sit on the plane not moving for 25 minutes after we boarded. We always keep our babies hungry if we can, so that they are eating a lot when we do take off. And he was so hungry that I couldn't sit there for 25 minutes, so I had to feed him beforehand. Then he didn't want to eat when we were going up, and then he had issues with the pressure in his ears for the whole flight, and it was horrible. He was screaming the whole time until we landed. So if you can feed on the way up and the way down, do it. And that's the only flight that we haven't done that, and that's the only bad flight that we've ever had. All right, number 4 is to bring things to entertain your kids.
GG Dubs, get some automatic doors.
So if it's a baby, we would get, when we were taking just Reese on a plane, books are good, different snacks are good. We would go buy a new toy that he had never seen before and give it to him on the plane, and then he's like super into it because he's never seen it before. What we do for Reese, because he doesn't do a lot of screen time, so he's never really watching anything, so we go onto Netflix and we download like a couple episodes of like a baby cartoon or something, and then if he's really losing it, we're like, Reese, do you want to watch a show or whatever? And then we turn on this TV show and he's like completely zoned. So that's a pro tip, but you have to download it from Netflix ahead of time because once obviously you get into the air, you're not gonna have Wi-Fi. And if you've downloaded it for a previous flight, if it was like months and months and months before, it won't be there. You have to re-download it. We learned that the hard way on the way to Denver. So go into your Netflix, make sure they're downloaded, and that is perfect for toddlers and even older kids. My last tip is to be flexible and give grace. So it's gonna be a hard trip for you, might be hard for your husband, might be hard for your kids. Like, be kind to each other, especially your spouse. You guys are on the same team, remember that. And if somebody has a meltdown, somebody poops their pants, somebody whatever, just be flexible and give grace because you're gonna get there and it's gonna be super fun once you are there. We just gotta get through the travel. So no judgment. Like if your kid has to be on the phone the whole time, if your kid has to eat Cheetos, if your kid has to eat cookies, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like there are no rules on the plane, honestly, as a mom. Do what you have to help your kid get through it because it's gonna be hard and I know that it's stressful, but you're gonna make it through. So you just do you. The last thing that I want to share with you guys is my must-haves. So I have 3 must-haves for traveling with kids. The first one is a baby carrier. So if you're traveling with a kid that still fits in a baby carrier, bring it because that way you can check your car seats at the desk if they let you. Aaron's like snickering behind the camera because on the way home from Denver, they made him carry both of our car seats all the way through the airport and like basically onto the plane with us. And he was like, you should have seen him. He was like sweating. Like, I mean, it was crazy. We were really late for our flight too though. And it always puts Lewis to sleep. So that's perfect because he usually then will sleep until we get on the plane and then he's awake and super hungry, ready for takeoff. So the other bonus about the baby carrier is because they fall asleep, you can walk right through security with them on you. You don't have to take them out and they just have to do like an extra little swab on your hands, but you don't have to wake them up so they can stay asleep. What I don't know is if you can carry a sleeping infant in a car seat carrier through security or if they're gonna make you take them out. So if you have gone through TSA with a baby in a baby car seat carrier, did you have to take the baby out or could you leave them sleeping in there? Comment below because we have to know. That's really, really important information. So let me know if you're going and you can try this, do it, and then report back. So the second must-have is a stroller. This was our 3rd and 4th time flying with 2 babies, and a stroller was important. So Aaron had Reese in a stroller, and then I had Lewis in the carrier, and that was awesome. You can hook the diaper bag on, it can carry any little extra things, the neck pillow, whatever you have, it can carry those things and keep both babies contained, and then that way if you have to move really quickly, you can just pop that toddler right in the stroller. Also, I don't know how we would have made it with both car seats, a big suitcase, a carry-on, a diaper bag, and babies from the car to the check-in counter. So stroller is important. And then my last must-have is pacifier. So Reese didn't use a pacifier, but now that we have a baby that does take a pacifier, we would not have survived the flight had he not had a pacifier. But pacifiers are important and extra pacifiers are important because one is gonna fall on that nasty plane floor and you don't wanna have to stick that one back in your baby's mouth, even though I think we're guilty of doing that. So that is all that I have for you guys and I'm super excited for all your traveling adventures. We've always had so much fun. You might have a bad flight here and there, but it's so worth it to travel with your babies to make those memories. So any questions or anything, comment below, like, subscribe, you know what to do. I'm gonna be coming back soon with my sons, both of them, their birth stories. So make sure you subscribe so you guys don't miss those. Talk to you soon.
All right, so we're on the airport.
We're on the airport.
We are on our way.
We got 1 hour. As soon as